Good morning, Forest Oak. Today is Wednesday, October 16th, 2019. I'm Diana.
And I'm Abby for the award-winning Good Morning Forest Oak on WF1 TV.
Activity buses run Wednesday and Thursday this week.
Yesterday, the boys cross-country team ran hard but couldn't beat Montgomery Village. We started off strong with Juan Hernandez being unstoppable for the first 3/4 of a mile. But then Patrick Terrell took the lead for Fawns, followed by Gavin Job. All the boys ran very well for their first race. Give them a high five when you see them. The girls, on the other hand, beat Montgomery Village. Our first 5 girls crushed Envy. Binta So led the race the entire time, followed by Ashley Barnes, Jerry Nuda, Yanabi Chavez, and Monica Ramirez. Our girls ran hard and all of them crushed their previous times. Way to go, girls. Congratulate them for a job well done when you see them.
Congratulations to the girls softball team for earning their first victory of the season over Montgomery Village Middle School yesterday by a score of 23-0. Nev Boots McGee Norris continued her hot streak at the pitcher's mound as she was dominant throughout the entire game, only allowing one base runner from Montgomery Village. Offensively, the team received contributions throughout the entire lineup. Abby Whalen stepped up as the second hitter, recording 4 hits and 3 RBIs. Sharik Mejias earned her first 2 hits of the season, as well as scoring a run and recording an RBI. Kalia Brooks played excellently behind the plate and while batting, reaching a base safely in every at-bat, recording 3 hits and 2 RBIs.
The boys softball team managed to win a very close game over Montgomery Village, 8-6. The offense was led by Brian McDermott, who hit 2 home runs, and Matthew Lee, who had a clutch hit to give the Cougars some breathing room. The defense was led by Brett Page, who made several key plays to keep the Cougars on top. Forest Oak softball plays Redland tomorrow, boys home, girls away, cross country away. If you would like to stay after and watch the game, you must have a signed permission slip.
A message from your SGA. In order to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we will have a pink date on Wednesday, October 23rd.
Dance tickets will continue to be on sale in the cafeteria. Please pick up a permission from the cafeteria.
Media Center SSL meets after school today.
Miss French and Miss Mitchell will be staying after school on Thursday to help any interested students with their high school applications.
The Jorg Kobe fundraiser has been extended to Friday. Do one last push and invite your friends and family to buy some delicious pizzas, cookies, and desserts. Stock up for the holidays or buy extras for gifts. Every bit goes to support school events like field trips and after-school activities. Plus, you can earn great prizes like a pass to the Adventure Zone or Time in the Money Machine. It's a win-win.
Would you like to say happy birthday to someone special? Buy a birthday shout-out from GMFO from the Cougar Emporium for only 3 Cougar Cash, and everyone can know their special day.
Need homework help? Try Ask Us Now, a service of the Maryland State Library. Have a question and don't know where to begin? Ask Us Now is online 24/7.
Now here's Miss Corey with our cultural spotlight.
Today for our cultural spotlight, we're interviewing Mr. Jimenez. Hello, Mr. Jimenez. How are you?
Fine. Hola. ¿Cómo están?
Hola. So tell us a little bit about your, first of all, what's your position here at Forest Oak?
I am a teacher. I am a Spanish teacher, Spanish 1. And I also teach in Gettysburg High, Spanish 2.
Great. So you work in both schools.
That's right. That's correct.
That's great. And the second question is, can you tell us about your teaching experience, how long you've taught Spanish?
Oh, yes, of course. I am an economist and I am native of Mexico. So I started teaching for 5 years in Mexico. I used to teach Spanish and English, both.
That's great. So you said you're from Mexico.
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about your cultural background or cultural habits?
Oh, yes, of course, of course. Let me start saying that I came for the very first time to this great country when I was a teenager. At that time, I didn't speak Spanish. I didn't speak English. And nobody would speak Spanish in this country because it was of no importance at that time. So I was not able to communicate myself with anybody. So when I came back to my country, Mexico, I decided to learn English, but I didn't have the opportunity. So it wasn't until I was a young adult that I had the opportunity to do so. And by learning another language, it opened the doors for me. So I was able to go and study my master's degree in London. And then I've been coming and going from Mexico to the US to Canada. And then I recently returned here to the States 1 year ago.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent. Can you tell us something interesting about your culture? You mentioned something about bullfighting to me one day.
I know, that's right. It's interesting. In every culture we have like embedded situations or embedded ideas that may be not necessarily correct for everybody. So in my case, I was raised on this bullfight culture. I used to love it as a kid because everybody was talking about it. Sometimes I even got to go to the plaza, and I really enjoyed that. But later on, as I grew up and I matured a little bit as a young adult, I realized that that was not correct because animals suffer a lot. So what I'm saying to you all is that tradition is good, but it's only good tradition that is good. So there are some things that maybe it's in your own tradition, in your own culture, but you can decide to change it. Because as we learn and as we grow up, we can make choices.
That's great. So you said you were an economist, you're in teaching, and I want to thank you. During Latino Parent Night, we had a wonderful event, and you were interpreting for us.
Yes,
and
that's
it was
right.
excellent. Thank you for your
Yes.
help. So can you talk to us how you became an interpreter?
Yes. When I arrived this last time to the U.S., I wanted to make a career change, and I decided to use my language knowledge. So I work as an interpreter in a law firm with clients from other countries that speak Spanish.
Thank you. So you became a professional.
Yes,
interpreter.
a professional translator and interpreter.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being with us this morning, for introducing us a little bit to your cultural background, and have a wonderful day, Forest Oak. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Miss Corey.
From AccuWeather.com, the sunrise today occurred at 7:19 a.m. Today's weather will be cooler with periods of rain and a high temperature of 62 degrees. The sunset will occur at 6:29 p.m. The weather will be clear and breezy with a low temperature of 47 degrees.
That's all for today's edition of Good Morning Forest Oak. I'm Diana for Abby. Please check your classroom clock. The correct time is 8:18. Today at Cougar Time, students will rotate to period 6. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
It's because I'm wearing it. Did you take the picture? One day you'll I actually won't even. Here, let's take a picture of our shadows here.